Bethany Childs, and I go to the Art Institute of Chicago. I play folk rock music, but I'm interested in like traditional and experimental types of music. I've always liked the sound of conch shell horns whenever I heard them, and so I really wanted to make something with a conch shell. And I was just thinking about the electronic stuff that we were learning, so I decided to run the sound through a microphone into a max MSP patch and then send the input out again through a speaker. So I could have a sort of a drone sound and then play a melody on top of it. It's not a loop, it's real-time audio, so it has a delay in it, which I can turn on or off. So either I'm playing and it's coming out the speaker at the same time, like the noise that I'm playing, but pitch shifted, or I can delay it so I can play and then a little bit later it will come out. It took a little bit of learning to get the trumpet. It's sort of the same technique as you would use to play a trumpet. Just like pursing your lips, getting a tight buzz in your lips to get a sound out of the shell. I actually bought the shell on eBay. That's the only place I could find. Conch shells are kind of hard to find. I searched a bunch of stores, but I went online to figure out how to make it into a horn, like a shell into a horn, and they said you need a really big one, a big conch shell to get a good sound. And so I saw this one, and it was bigger than I expected when I got it. It's like 14 inches or something. Right at the beginning, drilling this hole was extremely difficult. I went down to the wood shop and didn't really know the student SAIC wood shop and didn't know exactly what to do. I was thinking of trying to saw it off, so someone there helped me and we got like a mason saw for metal, and we were trying to work at this for a long time and it just wasn't going anywhere. It's like pure calcium and really strong and hard to get through, so we finally sawed off the whole tip here, which was probably like stuck out that much more, and there was still not a hole in the shell. It was just solid. So then we got a mason drill and drilled into it, and like had 3 people holding the shell and like pushing on this drill, and finally got a little tiny hole. And I didn't know what size hole I needed, and so I thought that was fine. And I tried for like a week and a half to play the shell, and I couldn't get it to make any noise. And so then I read up more online, and it needed to be a bigger hole. And one of my classmates at school had a diamond, to like shave away at it, like a sander, but with diamond parts, and that worked really well. It just like kind of cut it away like it was nothing, and so I hollowed it out big enough to make a sound out of. There's like different types of shells, like some of them you can have a hole in the side and play it, but this one you need a hole in the front. And these are buttons that I soldered and glued onto here. And these are connected to the max MSP patch. So when you push down a button, it just like sends a 1 or a 0 to the patch, and that affects the pitch of the sound coming back out. So I wanted to kind of get it like a recorder or flute effect, so I can like play it like this. So it's a similar kind of style. I also got this off eBay. It's just a little wireless microphone. It actually changed surprisingly little. I wasn't really sure if I was just going to run the audio through effects pedals, but it turned out to be easiest to run it through a max patch. It's kind of annoying to lug around my laptop when I'm playing it, so maybe eventually I will attach it just to effects pedals, but this is what I knew how to do and had the materials to do and stuff like that. This I hadn't thought of when I first did the drawing designs. This is just extra buttons that I'm going to hook up that I can push with my foot just to add a bigger range. Like I'll have these buttons play 6 notes, and then if this is pushed down, they play a higher 6 notes. And if this is pushed down, it's a lower 6 notes. And then these dials, I also thought were going to be foot pedals, but it turned out to have it. It was easier to have them as dials. One of them controls the delay. So if it's turned all the way down, there's no delay, and then there's a variable amount. And then I actually have 2 pitches that come out of the speaker. So one of them is controlled by this, and the other one is controlled by this dial. And with the dial, it can get like a kind of like woo sound, like a quick range of pitches, which I liked the sound of, so I didn't want to just have it be jumping from pitch to pitch. And I had taken electronics class in like freshman year of high school, but I learned it all as I was doing it. I don't know if I could imagine doing it differently. I would get better glue for these buttons because they're popping off. I have a bunch of ideas. I'd like to still play it at experimental venues and collaborate with people, but I also want to try to take it with my more traditional music. I was thinking about like playing seashell with a drum kit and trying to get someone to sing with me and just like experiment with how it sounds in different types of music.